Pac spoke on Clubhouse a while ago. Birdman shut it down. That's why it didn't happen. Yes, that's actually exactly what happened. But it was more than that too. It was more than that. Like first YoungBoy was said $1 million. It was all being communicated through. I don't want to give actual names, but what I don't think it was YoungBoy responding each time. Obviously, he was down to do it, but obviously the business had to get done. So first it was the $1 million, right? Cool. And then I guess what happened is that their team, like YoungBoy's team, got a little greedy, and they literally were like, yo, if you're so quick to give us $1 million and you need us so much, and we're supposed to help reignite your career or like give you that stamp, it's just like any rapper. Like I've seen Finesse 2 Times say it about Gunna. Gunna's a way bigger artist than Finesse 2 Times, but Finesse 2 Times said he would feel that if Gunna wanted to do a song with him, he would be trying to get back the street stamp. You get what I mean? So I guess that's maybe what YoungBoy's team was thinking. So the price went from $1 million to $2 million. So they called back over to say, yo, Six, we'll do the song, but we need $2 million. Now, granted, like, who the fuck is paying $2 million for a fucking feature, right? Regardless, and by the way, at that time, 6ix9ine already sending, like, him and YoungBoy been on the phone. He sent a couple songs to YoungBoy. YoungBoy was telling him, okay, he wanted like this, whatever. He just didn't record to it yet. But he had some tooth things, so he didn't get to record to it. Yeah. So all that's happening. Now, granted, I think what was going to happen was that the label was going to go half with the money, and they was going to get the other half from somewhere. So they were contemplating paying YoungBoy $2 million for a fucking feature. And I think what happened in I want to say the 9th inning, Birdman definitely called and be like, yo, listen, that shit ain't happening, bro. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck what money was associated with it. So that's a Birdman thing. You know what I mean? And obviously, like YoungBoy not starving for money and shit. Stunner is this real OG. So it is what it is. Akita, it say, Big Sean would look stupid responding to a 6-year-old diss. Bro, I'm not saying like respond like he's dissing back, but all I'm saying is, bro, are y'all not frustrated that these rappers that y'all dick ride, y'all be like, yo, Act, you glazing with Drake. He's the only one rapping. When's the last time Kendrick dropped a song? When's the last time Big Sean dropped a song? Or maybe he did. I didn't hear about it. When's the last time? Yo, I'm telling you, J. Cole is in Tribeca riding a tricycle, my nigga. Practicing for the Ghanaian Basketball League. Nigga trying to be the 14th nigga. Trying to do a fucking Euro step. The hell? These guys that we talk about being the best, only one of them consistently raps. That is frustrating for me as a fan. Only one of them consistently raps. Kendrick drops albums. He's dropped 2 albums in 8 years. 8 years. How does he consistently drop? What is consistent to you? The nigga dropped 2 albums in 8 years. I'm sorry. People have families, bro. Let them live. Bro, why y'all acting like rappers like working at UPS to put out a song? Bro, these niggas is taking 8 years to put out 2 projects? Come on, you see, this is where I always disagree with y'all. Like, fine, y'all want to be like, oh, yo, you just dick around when it comes to Drake, but y'all don't also keep it 100 about these other artists, whether it's Kendrick, Cole, or the rest. Like, they're pretty much semi-retired rappers. Let's be honest. They don't drop frequently. They don't seem to be active, right? Like, put it like this. In the last 8 years, Jay-Z has recorded as much material, and Jay-Z is 55, as Kendrick Lamar. This is supposed to be Kendrick Lamar's peak. And I'm wilding. All I'm saying is I just want more works from these guys. Bro, it shouldn't be the thing where the only thing we got to look forward to is a Drake album. Like, we're not seeing any of the guys, and maybe it's a sign of my age. I don't know. I remember when there was like a top 10 artist list where we'd be like, okay, damn, ASAP dropping here. Big Sean about to drop here. Like, obviously, Nicki's still doing everything. Nicki's about to drop. Who else we used to have up in there? Oh, Cole finna drop. Like, usually it's every other year we get a Cole release or a Kendrick release. And then Drake is always either on one of those type of schedules. That was happening for a while. Nowadays, I don't know what these niggas be doing. I'm sorry. And I just feel like it's wasted talent. Because if you ask me, the reason why music has gotten to the point of watered down TikTok, let's dance it all up bullshit is because the people who we all support at the top of the genre went ghost. So then you put the game in the hands of niggas like, with all due respect, Lil Durk and them. That's why there was a huge street era. Because all the top niggas just stopped rapping. All the top conscious niggas who used to, like, they were kind of middle lane where, like, they're not squares, but, like, you know, just how Kendrick described it. Yo, like, the guy who was watching it from his watching all the bullshit happen from his window. The top guys just disappeared. That bumped up like a Lil Baby. That's the reason why niggas was saying, like, Lil Baby was number 2 to Drake. You know why? Because the other niggas who should be number 2 or even in competition don't rap no more. They don't rap. They do anything else. You'll catch a nigga playing tennis, basketball, badminton, golf. He'll do anything but rap. And I'm sorry, I hold that against these guys. I hold this against these guys because this era of music post, I want to say around 2017, the last 5-6 years, it's only been dominated and actually saturated by Drake because everybody has just opted to not play. I look at rap like a league, but these niggas not showing up. It's not showing up. I love 2017. I love 2017. 2017 was such a beautiful year because Kendrick put out Damn. Damn is an amazing fucking project, right? But it had its complexities and it had all these anthems that was helping and pushing forward certain social justice movements, but he had his own bop. A lot of women empowerment, like black empowerment shit. That's Kendrick's bop. It was keeping that shit alive, right? You know, Drake, was gonna get the pop shit, keeping the women, blah, blah, blah. That happened. My boy went international that year, right? 2017 is More Life. Niggas was dropping. Nowadays, it's only Drake. The nigga dropping 3 albums a year because you know you ain't getting a Cole album. You know you ain't getting a Kendrick. So Drake got to drop 3 times. Help him out, Kendrick. Drop a fucking project. Thank you, Scrooge. I'm glad you said it. They just came for the cash. They rich enough. There's no more motivation to work. There's no more motivation for them to rap. I'm sorry. Like, I know that's going to sound like icky, but if you're telling me that you get to the top of this shit, now you've made all this money, and it seems like you're less passionate about making music, or if you ever make music, is you're telling us why you don't want to make music. Like, that's part of what Kendrick was saying, like, on the last project. Like, yeah, I don't really want to do this shit no more. Like, what? Nigga, what the fuck is going on? The only nigga who still seems like he's trying to prove something to, which I think nobody, you got to get that nigga credit, and it's not just to highlight Drake, is because I am unsatisfied that the rest of these rappers don't drop enough. We as fans are getting robbed. And there isn't a perfect or good underclass that we could be like, hey, this guy is kind of like in a realm of Kendrick or even a Cole or even a Big Sean. So now all of these guys who used to have these big fan bases who at least have some lyrical prowess, they just stopped rapping. They just left. We don't even know what they're doing. So all we're stuck with now is listening to Lil Baby mumble and rap about the same thing on a fucking jet ski and on a yacht like he been doing for the last 5 years. And then we gotta listen to these other drug addicts. We're just stuck with a bunch of bullshit. The game ain't like, we don't have the perfect balance anymore because the majority of the top rappers have just stopped playing. They have load managing. They're Kawhi Leonards, Ben Simmons. That's who they are. They won't get on the fucking court no more. I'm unsatisfied. I'm sorry. Mr. Moore, whatever that album was called by Kendrick, it took you 5 years for that, but we know it didn't take him 5 years. You was going through contractual shit, which I understand. Contractual shit with TDE. You wanted to get the fuck off the label. I get that. But what was that whole note he wrote? Remember that little OK Llama website? Basically said, hey, once I'm now doing my own thing with PG Lang, y'all gonna get music all the time. He dropped, dipped. Same thing. You still can't get no music. Ain't no music coming. So what's the, like, again, this isn't a let's hype Drake up. Let's really hold these other guys to the candle of why they don't seem to be passionate about this art no more. And if you're going to make the excuse to say, well, no, Drake utilizes some help so he could put out mad projects all the time and they don't. Did you listen to their last album? Did that album sound like it took 5 years to write? No! Somebody said they're the reasons numbers are down. I agree with that too. Bro, numbers are down. Numbers are down because the majority of these top rappers aren't dropping. Bro, you think that we're going to get a bunch of Lil Durk and Moneybagg Yo, with all due respect to them, dropping consistently, and they're going to be the ones who have the industry or rap? Like, you know, if Kendrick dropped a song today, right? Like, it doesn't even have to be too commercial. It would be number one, right? He just doesn't drop music. The nigga just doesn't drop music. Like, when do we actually hold these guys accountable? My thing, and again, clip it, say whatever, but I just want to start the conversation. 2008, or actually, let's say 2000, because Drake kind of 2009 to like 2018 was more balanced, and that era is defined by many artists that are multifaceted. Drake had his lane, Kendrick, Cole, A$AP Rocky, Big Sean, Meek Mill, YG. Everybody had their own lane. Yes, some rappers might be bigger than some, but it was a very well-rounded type of situation. The last 5 years of mainstream rap, other than this TikTok shit going on and street rap, is only dominated by Drake. And it's not because, again, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, Drake's just the best, even though he is. What I'm trying to say is that these other niggas haven't shown up to play. They won't even fucking play the season. Play it out. They're just, it's like these niggas just go straight to the lottery every year. Oh, we ain't even gonna show up. Oh, we'll wait for next year. The last 6 years is not memorable. And let me compare it, and let me put like Kanye West in the mix. You see Kanye, at least up until, I want to say until like 2017 about, Kanye, even though he goes through all the bullshit he goes through, Kanye has year in and year out, or at least every 2 years or so, made his presence be known in music and has impacted music, or how music even sounded just over the long span of time, right? And you always got to salute to Kanye for that. The knock I'm giving to these other artists is that they have just given up. I don't know if, like I heard J. Cole say some shit. I was like, all right, he's giving up. I could tell. That nigga was tapping out. He basically tapping out before the nigga even put him in a submission move. Like, I think he was talking about how like shit was changing. I'm like, nigga, you're like one of the top 5 biggest artists in the game. if you continue to make music and you continue to open up avenues like, who knows, JID or one of the other guys that are kind of in your realm gets more opportunity to grow. But now, if the biggest artist in the world is or the most publicized, obviously not the biggest, we're now stuck with saying, is Sexy Red the hottest out? You know why? Because the real, we wouldn't be talking about fucking Sexy Red all the fucking time if Kendrick and them would actually put music out. It's the only exciting thing going on. Other than, if we're not talking about these street niggas putting out music. Oh, okay. Dirk dissing his ops again. Let's go. We have nothing else to talk about. But you know why? Because half of these niggas don't put out no music. I'm sorry. Sexy Red to me can't sell over 50K. But the niggas who could sell over 50K, they're riding tricycles in Tribeca. They're practicing Eurostep to make it on the Ghanaian basketball team. They're burning incense wherever the fuck they be at. Now we're left looking at Sexy Red, Ice Spice, and DDG. No disrespect to either of them, but it's like, what happened to the leaders of this shit? Why Drake the only one? Yeah, Kendrick probably dropping 2030. Maybe if Kendrick was a little bit more active, him and Cole, we wouldn't be saying the line of the year is her pussy pink, her booty hole brown. Maybe we would have another quotable. Maybe we would have a better quotable. But that's what we got to left. We're left to talk about this shit because the other lit rappers, they just said peace. I'm upset. I would just like to see more rappers. And again, this is another thing about the competition aspect. Again, I know that shit is done these days. That's another, y'all gonna say it's glazing when it comes to Drake. I still appreciate that he's always trying to compete. These other niggas, I think they've all given up to Drake, honestly. I keep telling you, yo, J. Cole just lives for that one moment at Dreamville every year that when Drake comes on stage, Drake pats him on the back and be like, brother, it ain't nothing wrong with being number 3. Come on, nah, it's okay, Cole. It's okay. Cole World. Yeah, that's all he lives for. Nobody wants the top spot. They've just given it up to Drake. Kendrick is giving it up too. Kendrick just basically blames it. Oh, he got writers. What? There's no competition no more. What's going on out here, man? I'm being honest with you. This is a little rant. I'm sorry. Okay. Like exactly. See, this is what I'm at. I gotta go from talking about, like, I love talking about rap. I was actually gonna say about like the whole Drake interview shit. Like, I think we all want to see Drake just talk about music, right? We want to see him kind of talk about his career and his moves. Like all these other interviews he's doing where he's talking about his love life, that's cool and everything, but like we love these rap conversations. The majority of us, if you're watching a stream of mine, nigga, at noon or 9 a.m. in the morning on the West Coast, you love probably music on a higher level than the casual listener who just hits next and a playlist controls their thoughts. You get what I mean? And that's why, like, I look at what's going on in the culture now, and it's like a bunch of, you have outlets or even personalities like me being forced to talk about some of the bullshit because there's all the other people who have gained all this popularity that used to be the, the buffer for certain type of situations or whatever, they have left. So now it's straight coon shit all day. Like, I gotta go from talking about how I'm missing Kendrick, Cole, and these other people dropping more frequently. I remember when, Cole has one of my very favorite freestyle shit, I can't remember, but he just dropped it randomly one day. Nigga woke up, just dropped a random freestyle. I remember I bumped that shit every single fucking day, man. Now we can't get this nigga to drop shit. I'm upset. Of course I'm upset. Because you know why? It leaves such a gap. You notice, like, think about even my streams nowadays. The only time I really get to talk about some really qualitative music conversation is when I'm talking about, like, Drake or Kanye, right? Like, I guess sometimes we're like Baby or whatever, but we're not really talking about music. We're like Dirk and then we talk about killing, right? But think about this. I'm going from talking about those rappers who should be competing for the top to now, you know what my next topic is today? Blueface and Krishan, man. What the fuck? It's to the point the only West Coast artist that's even that I could talk like it's Blueface, and it's not even for rap. Man, this shit is annoying. It's annoying. So I hope and I know people are gonna try to disseminate this and try to make me seem like some whatever. The point is, bro, us fans need to start holding these rappers accountable. They should be dropping more frequently. I'm not saying every week, but bro, if you're absent from the scene, just absent, bro, like completely fucking absent, like you're disinterested, like this ain't the passion that's changed your whole entire life. You're just fucking absent. These guys are literally absent. It's like they got too rich and got too lit. They don't give a fuck. You know why? Because anytime they do drop, they're gonna have a fan base. It's just I don't know, bro. Whatever. Okay. Somebody said podcasts are bigger than rappers now. It seems that way because of the level of rappers that are the only ones active. Do you believe that Kai Cenat's bigger than J. Cole? He's not. But J. Cole ain't nowhere to be found. Now, is Kai Cenat more popular than I don't know about Sexy Red. Well, certain mid-tier artists, yeah, of course. All right, see, y'all are delusional. Kai Cenat is not more popular than J. Cole. See, now y'all are delusional. Y'all are delusional. I'm sorry to tell you. It's like saying Kai Cenat's more popular than Kendrick Lamar. You are delusional. See? The mere fact that y'all would even think that. The mere fact